It is the first time in Pakistan, and I'm excited to be here. You know, Lahore in particular was important to me because I'm actually named after the fictional character of a book that is set in Lahore, Pakistan. And the book is Rudyard Kipling's book called Kim. And there's many connections in both fictionally and in real life between Lahore and this book. For example, Rudyard Kipling's father was the founder of the NCA. The atmosphere in general, I find kind of generally speaking similar. I know the Lahore Museum was actually in a different building at the time of the book versus today. So there are some very specific factual differences in that sense. I've been to about 30 countries in the past 2 or 3 years and played actually over 300 events. And at most of the events, I'll either compose or improvise a piece using somebody's name. So I'll take somebody's name and spell it out in musical notes where each letter of the name corresponds to a different letter in the musical alphabet, thereby creating a series of pitches, which then are the fundamental melody of either the composition or the improvisation. And so actually at this concert at the NCA, we did both. Took some people's names from the audience and did some improvisations, and then also played some compositions from some previous concerts. Okay, so here's what your name sounds like. Well, I'm still digesting the experience. I mean, in reverse order, we went to the Cuckoo's Den restaurant. Spectacular view of the mosque. Before that, we were in the old red light district with all the shoe shops, which I enjoyed. It had a lot of character. And we went to the mosque, which I found spectacular and awe-inspiring. And the Lahore Museum itself, which is just an overwhelming treasure trove of artifacts. I think my favorite really just made the strongest impression was the mosque, but I think that's just because it intrinsically has the most immediacy. Once you're standing in the giant space, it's, has sort of an overwhelming impression. Of course, we also went to the fort, which is very interesting as well. There's places in the world where a lot of people know about Western classical music, and there's places in the world where it's not really part of the culture. And I will say, for a place where Western classical music is not really part of the culture, this was one of the best audiences I've had. Extremely quiet, extremely receptive, but quiet in a good way, quiet in the sense that they were really listening and engaged, and very satisfying as a performer to have that rapport with the audience. Well, I have to say I was very impressed and touched by the open, free atmosphere at NCA. I mean, I've been to many art schools, and many of them are wonderful, but the sort of cross-collaboration between the departments and the openness of the students and the faculty I found very warm, very receptive. And already we talk about collaborative possibilities in the future also, so very exciting. It's a great feeling. You show up in a country you've never been to before, and after just not even 48 hours, there's already many possibilities for the future. And of course, this trip is just 2 days this time, so it'll be nice to come back in a more spacious manner. The food here is great. The food here is fantastic.